Well, this preacher man Piper, Doc Hatfield, coming to you again with another video. I told you I was going to do another one, try to do another one, and so I'm doing it. So here's another story of the saga of Doc Hatfield. I was about 16 years old, and my dad had made me his assistant pastor. And so one day while I was at the church, a lady came in who was who had been in the church for years. She had three children and just a lovely little family. And her husband, he hardly ever came, but she'd been coming for years. She come in and said she needed to talk to the pastor. And I said, well, my dad's not here right now. I said, but if I can help you in any way, I'll talk to you. And she said, well, okay. And so we went back in my office and sat down. And she said, my husband is the most wonderful man you'd ever meet. I said, I've seen that. And she said, but on Saturday night, he goes out with his buddies and he gets so dog drunk that he comes home and he beats up on us. And said, he'd beat up on the kids, but I stand between him and the kids, and so he beats up on me. And said then, all throughout the week, Sunday through Friday night, he's just wonderful. All day Saturday, he's wonderful. But then he goes out drinking and he comes home and he's meaner than anything you've ever seen. And I don't know what to do about it. I've talked to him about it. I've told him what he does, and he tells me he's sorry and he won't do it again, but said he does it again every Saturday night. And she said, and I just don't know what to do about it. And she said, I don't want to leave him. I love him. I love him. And I wished he wouldn't do that. And I said, well, I said, I tell you what I'd do. I said, do you know about when he comes home? She said, yeah, he comes home about the same time every night, about 1 o'clock. I said, I'd stand behind the door with a ball bat and knock him in the head when he comes in. I said, when he wakes up, maybe he won't feel like beating up on nobody. She said, well, I never thought about doing anything like that. I said, well, I said, just a suggestion. I'm not telling you to do it, but I said, it might be your only recourse. I don't know. I said, if you'd rather wait, I'll call my dad, see if I can get a hold of him, and he can come and talk to you about this. She said, no, I just feel better talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time. So she left. About 3 weeks later, about 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, or on Sunday morning, telephone rang. My dad answered the phone. I woke up and I was wanting to find out. I'm nosy, you know. That's just the way I am. And so I said, he said, Morris is in the hospital. I said, he is? What for? He said, I don't know, but said, I need to go to the hospital. I said, well, hang on, I'll go with you. And so I got dressed along with him, and off we went to the hospital. We get up there and talk to her, and I said, what happened to him? Did he have a heart attack? What? I'd forgotten about the conversation we'd had. And so about 7 o'clock, Dad said, told her, said, well, now, we're going to have to go leave in about 30 minutes because we've got church this morning. And so she said, I understand. So I walked in there to see him, and he was awake. And I said, say, buddy, what happened? I said, you have a heart attack or something? He said, no. He said, preacher, I just got to tell you, I got to tell you the truth. He said, this is hard for me to tell you this. But he said, every Saturday night I go out and drink. I said, well, I'd heard that. And he said, I know I shouldn't do it. And he said, I ain't never going to do it again. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I said, well, he said, I got so drunk last night, somebody beat the tar out of me. Knocked me right square in the head. And he said, I don't know who done it, but he said, I'm going to tell you right now, one of them people that I'm drinking with did that to me. Had to. And nobody else was around, just them. He said, I'm telling you now, I'm going to quit drinking. He said, I'm not drunk. I don't drink throughout the week at all, nothing. I just go out with my buddies on Saturday night. And but he said, I ain't going again. I'm telling you, I quit. I quit. I'm telling you now. And I said, well, Morris, I think that's a good idea, and that's commendable of you. And I said, if I can help you in any way, you just let me know. He said, well, I appreciate that, young man. I really do. I appreciate that. And so we left, and we was going home, then all of a sudden it dawned on me what I'd told her. And I thought, I wonder if she did that. And I thought, no, she couldn't have done that. So several weeks went by after that. He started coming to church. I mean, he got in church. He got to helping the young people and took on a Sunday school class even. And he started in the choir, singing in the choir. And several weeks after that, she come to me and she said, I need to ask you something. I said, but just ask away. She said, do you think I should tell my husband that I'm the one that knocked him in the head? And I said, Lord, no. I said, literally, don't do that. I said, it'll just cause a rift in your marriage. You don't need that. Might not. I said, I don't know. He might have said that's the best thing you ever did to me. But I said, why chance it? Y'all got a good marriage now. You got a good relationship. Everything's going great. Your kids are happy all the time now. I said, they don't come to church acting like they're defeated. I said, they used to be defeated all the time. And I said, so just don't say nothing. Just don't. I said, and be as good a wife to him as you can be. So she never did tell him. She never did tell him. And he got into church, and he was just great. I mean, he really got into everything, and he loved working with the young people. He loved teaching the class. He loved singing in the choir, and he was a good baritone singer. And he lived that way up until he died about 40 years later. He certainly did. And he never did ever again take a drink after that. So I guess sometimes it's good if you kind of encourage somebody to do something they ought not do. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I thought, boy, today now they would have just been hounding her if she knew anything and what she knew and blah, blah, blah this, and would have probably broke her down because she would have felt so guilty about it. Then they'd have said, well, where in the world did you get an idea like that? She said, well, old Preacher Man Piper or old Doc Hatfield told me to do it, and so I did it. Then they'd have come after me. So I never did tell nobody else to do that. Of course, nobody else come to me and asked me what they ought to do about a situation like that. I did have one come to me one time, And well, I'll tell you that story another time. I'll tell you that story another time. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's subbing my channel and that is supporting me in such a wonderful, wonderful way. A man put on I was watching a live feed, and a man put on there, he said, "My daughter loves to watch your videos." I said, "Thank you ever so much. Thank you." And uh, I know I got to put on these videos that it's for no one under the age of 21, but my videos don't bother nobody, don't hurt nobody, none whatsoever. So anyway, may the good Lord bless you and keep you. May He watch over you. May He supply your every need, take care of every circumstance in your life. And till we meet again, till I get ready to tell another story, y'all take care. Bye-bye.